Hello, hi guys, can you hear me? Hi, if you can hear me, please type one. Yes, yes, Cordova. I'm sorry, let me try to raise it. Is this any better for you guys? Sorry, I was getting a microphone. Hello, how are you today? Let me first start by apologizing that I'm late. So sorry about that. How's your busy Tuesday? Long day. I'm good, Maro. How are you? Thank you, sweetie Russia. Good to hear that, Mona. Admit. A little. A little, Maro. But I'm good, don't worry about me. Last practical exam. Wow. We're still in practical exams? Thank you so much, Mona. All the best for you too, and Russia. Thank you, guys. Thank you, dear Marwa. Okay, so without wasting your time even further, thank you so much, Noor. You're so sweet. Let me share the screen with you. If my voice is not clear, just tell me. I'm really trying my best. Do you guys see my slides? Thank you so much, Noor. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the best. Okay, so today we have a revision session. I don't want you to get worried of the number of slides we have to study today. We'll just go through things quickly and explain things that you have a problem with or so. Okay? So I will go quickly over the things. You will be doing most of the work, and whenever you have a problem or there's any part that you want me to review again for you, just tell me like here. Okay? Do we have a deal, guys? No, please help me a little. Okay, Roger, making this one deal. It's good really to see all of you back again. Okay. Just give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm saying no. I'm saying that I will go through things, and if you have a problem, you should tell me. This is what I'm saying. It's really at its loudest. I'll try to cancel some noise for you or so, but really it's at its loudest. Your regular session, like 2 hours, but since I'm here late, it depends on you and how you help me finish this. Yeah? How many questions do you have? Okay, so, hey Cordovians, it's been a pleasure for me to be with you during 12 sessions. I want to remind you of what I do first. We moved to a new home, and my mom asked me for some house chores. Can you remember this? So this happened at the very beginning, guys. Now, I have a slide that's full of pictures of house chores for you. Yeah, all I want you to do is try to guess, okay, with each other, which is what. So, this one, first picture on the left. Do you remember this house chore? Come on, what is this? Yeah, cleaning the refrigerator. Okay, what about the one next to it? Also something related to food. Doing the dishes or washing the dishes. Welcome, Aya. And third one, yeah, do the laundry. Do the laundry. To wash your clothes, to do the laundry. Oh, you're really ahead of me. Yeah, fourth one is to mop the floor. Uh-huh. Fifth one. What about this? Yeah, taking out the trash. I love those fast answers. Yeah, taking out the trash. And last one in the slide. Yeah, to sweep the garden. To sweep the garden. Awesome. Let's see some more, okay? First one. What do you guys think? Yeah, we have a new slide if you can see that. Yeah, so first one, yeah, is changing air filters. Then you have bathe in the dog. Yeah, cleaning the blinds. Remember? Then finally feeding the dog. Yeah, or vacuuming the curtains in this picture. Yes, you're right. That would do better. I can't even see any bugs. Good job. Yeah, this is vacuuming the curtains. Okay. So here are the things that you've been through, and these are the blinds in here. There were no blinds on the window. These were some house chores. Now let's go through some expressions. Now for this part, I'll stop sharing Okay? I will just tell you the definition and you try to tell me which term this is, okay? Or which expression. Okay. So, give me a sec. A place where people live that is larger or more important than a town. A place where people live and that it's more larger or important than a town. What do you think? A city, urban area. Exactly, you got it. A city or an urban area. Okay, what about an area on the edge of a large town or city? An area on the edge of a large town or city. Ah, an outskirt. Yes. Or a suburb. Okay, the center of a city. The center of a city. Downtown. Yeah. Okay, what about a land that is either used for farming or lived in its natural conditions? What do you call that, guys? Oh, yeah, I would call it a rural area too. Okay, a large building that is divided into apartments. Yeah, or you could say the countryside, of course, but when something is left in its natural conditions, no matter what those conditions are, you better say rural. Apartment building, yes. A building that people usually live there and usually one family lives there. Usually one family. What do you think? Yeah, a house. Good job. What about a place that's used or that's owned by a landlord who collects monthly rent and it's part of a larger building? What do you call it? Yes, I would call it the apartment too. How about a small, roughly built house? Yay, a cabin. Yeah. And last but not least, a very large house. Do you have another word for that? A mansion. You're ready with all the answers. So awesome. Okay, now let's review some expressions. Now this is going to take time for you to type, so let me go through them. I just have to reshare this. So, I will quickly go through the expression and its meaning or when you can use it, guys. When you can't remember something or you have any trouble, just tell me, okay? Or if you want me to repeat the definition, the pronunciation, whatever. So do we have a deal? Alrighty. So I don't feel like. You use this expression when you're not feeling motivated for something. Do you remember Ahmed was saying, I don't feel like eating. And you usually use your gerund after this. So after the verb like, or it's not actually a verb, you use, yeah, I have no desire, exactly. You use the verb with ing and then ing. Screw up, screw up. Do you remember? If you remember the definition of the example, just help me, okay? Help me by typing your information. To screw up, yeah? To fail or not do so well at something. Exactly, Risha. Yes, Sarah. And welcome, Sarah. So you will do better next time. You will do better next time. You use this one trying to cheer someone up, telling them that tomorrow is another day. Yeah, there's still hope. To encourage them, exactly. Besides, 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 sorry. Yeah, when you want to add, yes, when you want to add something to your words, meaning in addition, definitely, definitely, definitely. Remember? Yeah, extremely, surely, or of course. You know, you know, you know, when you want to add something or draw attention from other people to say something that is related to the topic. I'm sorry, this thing keeps moving. Between the two of us, between the two of us, between the two of us, if you're like having a comparison, holding a comparison between you and someone else, you say, between the two of us, I think you will win. Between the two of us, I think I am smarter. Okay? Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, this is when something happens and you're kind of shocked or surprised and making sure that the other person, yeah, is not kidding with you. If the person is not serious, they would say, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yes, mean I'm joking. No, yeah, not serious. If we're talking and you remember something that's related to the topic, you say, by the way, by the way, by the way, you mention the thing you want to add. All of this happened at the very first session. Now, we had a very hard time before moving out from home. My mom started to tell me about it, and also she mentioned a problem with the bank. Can you remember this, Cordonians? What problem did they have with the bank, guys? Can you remind me? There was a specific problem that Ahmed's family had with the bank. Yeah, what is it? They were broke. The checks bounced. They were almost broke, yeah. They had no money. They were in debt. A very bad financial situation. And then they used these expressions to express that and other things. So, I'm all ears. I'm all ears. I'm all ears. When do you use this one? Do you know? Yeah, when you want to say that you're attentive and you'll be listening carefully to someone's talking. Yes, be broke. To be broke. Be broke. As you mentioned, not to have any money. Exactly. In debt. Notice that the B is silent. In debt. In debt. Yeah, the other one is doubt. Having doubts when you're not sure about something. But when you're in debt, you owe money to other people. Exactly, Osha. You borrowed money and now you have to return them back. Okay, the check's bounced. The check's bounced. Check bounced. What does that mean? Yeah, meaning that you got a check that the bank refused because there's not enough charge, yeah, for it to be cashed. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, all of a sudden means suddenly, in a very short time, shockingly, yeah, surprisingly. Left, yeah, out of the blue, good job, you mean. Left all the way to the bank? To left all the way to the bank, do you remember what that means? To left all the way to the bank. Yeah, to make lots of money, little effort, or almost no effort. This is called laughing all the way to the bank. When you have ready cash, when you have ready cash, they had a good chance to have money without efforts. Yes, when you have ready cash, you have money that you can use right away on table. Yeah. No transfer, no cards, no, just the money you use, the money you use in your wallet, or the money you would have in a case or so. This is called the ready cash. The dollars, the pounds, but the worthy currencies. Okay, right away, right away, immediately, immediately, or now. Yeah, at once. Okay, now again, I'll be hiding the slides from you, telling you the definitions, hoping that you will know the term I'm describing, okay? Alright, I really know you will guess it. So, the thing I'm talking about is a financial account maintained by a financial institution for a customer. A financial account. What is this? Yes, of course, it's a bank account. What about a report that's released on a fixed date every month by banks and it lists deposits, withdrawals, checks paid, etc.? Do you know what that is? Yeah, absolutely. The bank statement. Okay. So, an amount of money that a government requires people to pay according to their income. It's like the value of their property or their income, etc. What is this? Taxes. Yes. Okay. What about a printed piece of paper that you write? It's like an amount of money, yeah, but on paper. You sign and you use it instead of money to pay for things. Yes, a check. A check, lovely. The cost of the money needed or required for something. Do you know about that? The cost of the money needed or required for something. Exactly, the expenses. The expenses. When something is very bad or unpleasant, what is this? When something is very bad or unpleasant. It's awful. Okay. Who is the person that arranged the sale, renting homes, lands, and buildings for the owners? Do you know them? Arranges the sale. Yeah, I would say the realtor too. Good job. Okay. When something is in place of something or someone else. What is this? What would you say? Yeah, instead. Instead. The money that's earned from work, investment, business, etc. What do you call that, guys? Income. Income, exactly. Yes, but the salary is the money that you get at your job. But all the money that comes to you from any source that you have, the sum of all of that is called your income. All the money you have per month, per year. Okay. All the money that you have saved, guys, especially in a bank. What do you call that? Savings. Awesome. What about an amount of money that is borrowed, often from a bank, and has to be paid back with an extra amount of money? A loan. Very nice. To believe that something is true or right. To be convinced. Yeah. Okay. The extra money that you must pay back when you borrow money, or it's the money that you get from the bank for keeping an account there. Interests. Awesome. Really awesome. So, a bank account in which people keep money that they want to save. What do you guys call that? A deposit account. Beautiful job. Deposit ends in T, not E. Okay, everybody? What if you want to do something special or enjoyable for an important event, occasion, or holiday, etc.? What are you doing then? Yeah, you're celebrating. You're celebrating. Okay. I just used this one to be very keen to hear what someone is going to tell you. What do you call this? Yeah, you would say, I'm all ears. To be all ears. Okay. When you don't have any money, you're broke. Almost broke, yes. And when you owe money to other people, what do you call that? You're in debt. In debt, yeah, the other B. Okay. Um, Let me check this. Okay. We went through all of this. Okay. Very nice, guys. Very, very nice. Yes, this can be. Good job. Let's get this back here. And when you have really ended quickly your second session revision. You make this so easy. Okay. Now, celebration with family gives a great pleasure. We went to the restaurant to celebrate moving to a new house. Can you remember states of food, the tastes of food, snacks, condiments, and sauces, and types of meals? Let's see if you guys can remember. Now, why don't you mention some states of food for me? Can you? Rotten, fresh, ripe, stale, you mean not stale? Okay, but this is like a taste, yeah. Grilled, roasted, good, boiled. Yeah, so the states of food could be fresh, rotten, off, stale, ripe, unripe, fried, grilled, toasted, boiled, baked, stewed, and roasted. Do you remember the states of food? Do you want me to review them for you? Yeah, I'm not talking yet about the meat. Just how you cook food in general. Okay, what about the meat, guys? What types of meat do you know? What types of meat? Yeah, not how it's cooked. I mean, to what to what degree it's cooked. Yeah, you've got tender meat, medium rare, nice one. Tough meat, medium done, well done. Awesome. Overcooked, overdone, undercooked, underdone. Absolutely wonderful. So, beautiful job. How do you make it look so easy? Tell me. Okay, let's hop back in here. I'm sorry that I have to scroll all of this. So, here are some expressions that, if you remember, could help you when you go to a restaurant. Oh, yeah, and you're really good at that, Noura. Now, if you have a problem that you go to a restaurant and you haven't booked a table already, so you would say, "Hello, do you have a table free? Hello, do you have a table free? Do you have a table for a few people free, maybe 3 people, 4 people?" Mm-hmm. "Hello, we haven't booked a table. Can you fit us in?" Yeah, even if they extra charge you for things. Now, what if you have a problem at the restaurant? You could say, "I'm sorry, this may be someone else's meal. Sorry, I didn't order this. Could you heat this up, please? Could you bring me another fork, please?" Yeah, these are some problems you would have at the restaurant. What if you like your food and you want to have the same order again? You would say, "Could you bring me another maybe soup, please? Same again, please. I'd like to have the same dish, please." Is that clear for you guys so far? Do you have any questions? So beautiful. Since it's clear, why don't you tell me some snacks? Some snacks that you know. I know a lot of snacks. What about you? Chips, olives, nuts. I don't know who eats olives as snacks, but I don't know. Hummus, biscuits, nuts, fruits, chips, hummus, chocolate, popcorn. Oh, lovely one. What else? More than enough for me. Let me tell you the snacks I know. Yeah, I don't know a lot more than you do, but I do know biscuits, chocolate, crisps, hummus, nuts, olives, peanuts, sweets, and walnuts. Okay, why don't you tell me some food tastes? Good and bad food tastes. Do you know any? Tasty, salty, sweet, chili, sour, tasty, sweet, sour, salty. Yeah, poorly is about to say. What if something doesn't taste good? Awesome. So when the food is not good, you would say it's bland, horrible, poor, salty, sickly, sour. Yeah. If it's good, you would say it is delicious, tasty. I don't know, maybe sweet. Depends on you if this is a good or a bad adjective. Taste of food. Beautiful job. Now, why don't you tell me some sauces and condiments you know? There's a lot. Vinegar, pepper. Come on. Mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise. Just mind the spelling. Pepper. Yes, awesome. I also happen to know salad dressing. Yeah, there are different sauces and condiments, a lot of them. Yeah, you would use olive oil. But yeah, these are the most common ones. Beautiful job. Now let's do something. I tell you um, the definition of the meal, and you tell me what it is. So, it's a small amount of food that you eat between meals. A small amount of food that you eat between meals. Oh, a snack. Yeah, or a bite. But a bite is like, you would say in a hurry. A bite, you use it or you eat a bite when you're in a hurry. Okay, a large meal for a lot of people, usually in order to celebrate something. A feast. Beautiful. What about a meal at which all the food is put on a table and people go and choose what they want? A buffet or an open buffet. Lovely. I say the next one is a meal that is eaten by Muslims after sunset to break their fast during the month of Ramadan. Happy blessed Ramadan, guys, by the way. Iftar. Awesome. A meal at which meat and other food is cooked and eaten outside, often a meal that you invite friends to. And BBQ is the abbreviation. When you cheat. Thank you, guys. A BBQ or a barbecue. Okay, American cold meal, such as sandwiches and fruits, which is given to someone to eat later, especially at a conference or meeting. the box lunch or the lunch box, the thing that you have that food in. Awesome. Really awesome. Okay. So, why don't you have a little bit of a break? Yeah? Grab some water or something and be here in 5 minutes. How about that? You're so good. You deserve a break. Okay. Talk to you after 5 minutes. Hello, guys, and welcome back. I wish I could give you a longer break, but I'm trying to save your time since I'm the person who was late here. This is not the last session, Noor. This is half of your level, and this is your first revision session. Then you have another one, and then you have your exams. Then you continue the other half of the level. If you're back, guys, please let me know by typing 1. Hi, Marwa. Awesome job. So, let's warm up by some more expressions. Now, I will tell you, not the definition this time, I'll tell you like a way to say the thing, and you use an expression that has the same meaning, okay? Alrighty, so, let me get this. Okay, to try something. To try something. What's this called? There is a common expression in English for that. To try something new. Yeah, to give it a shot or to give it a try. Okay, obviously. There's a long sentence for obviously. Do you know this one? Obviously. You could say obviously, or you could also say it goes without saying that, or needless to say. Yeah, or clearly, yeah. I just meant the other long expression. Okay. To start business. To start business. What's that called, you guys? To start business. To go into business. Do you remember these? Okay, maybe this is from the cancelled session. But anyway, guys, to start business is to go into business. And when you're uncertain or not determined about something, you're up in the air. Okay? Anyway, let's hop on to yeah. My bad. My bad. This was a changed part. Okay, you didn't study that. Just when you meet it at the file, consider it extra information for you. Okay? And if you have any questions about them, since we cannot discuss them now, you don't remember them. But if you have any questions about them, I'm always here. So let me reshare the screen with you. Depends also if you're repeating the level or so, you know. I've been exposure to that part before, and also people said that they did not study it, so interesting. There are not a lot of expressions, guys. I could go through them with you anyway. To go into business is to start business. To be up in the air is to be uncertain or not yet determined, not so sure yet. A crash course, short and intensive structures and sensitive instructions. This is called crash course. To cheer someone up, to make someone happy, good thinking, good planning, good idea, to have a heart of gold, to be very kind and giving. I will sleep on it, I will think about it, to give someone credit, to recognize a positive trait in someone. Now, I didn't teach you this session, but I don't know if you can remember these. Good, if you have any question, I read them for you. Um, if you just want to check them later, no, you haven't seen them and ask me, it's okay. Yes, where's your question? Here's the slide. Yes, Sarah. Want me to go over them again? Explain them better? Sarah? Hello? You said return back the slide. It's okay, and if you have a question, it's okay too. The slide's number is 49 if you feel like you need to ask about something. Just tell me 49. Okay. You guys remember what happened next? Ahmed went to the mall. Actually, that day was great. We discovered a lot of places inside the mall. Can you remember them? My mom also got the best quality and the less price clothes. Can you remember? Or the least price clothes? Can you remember what are the expressions used in there? I know you do. It was a homework then. Oh my god, guys. Okay. Okay. So, you know the rule. I stop this. And I know you remember the expressions, right? So, if you want, why don't you give me expressions you can use at the clothes shop if you need any help? Not any shop, actually. Not just the clothes shop. What would you say if you need help? What would you say? Don't worry, I will go through everything. Come on. Come on. Could you help me? Can you help me find something? Yeah. What else could you ask about? Where can I get? Excuse me, do you have other colors from this blouse? How much does it cost? Where can I find? Where can I find? Awesome. Although most of us, when they go into the clothes shop, the last thing that you want is the assistant to help you. Really. You just want them or her to leave you alone. Can you tell me the way to? Excuse me, I want to ask about. Can I try it on? Awesome. Yes. And they always insist that, but you have this very beautiful piece that will look spectacular on you. And then they treat you like they found a piece that you, it's just in front of my eyes. If I wanted, I'll pick it and try it on, you know. I want this in a bigger size. Is there a bigger size? Awesome. Yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right, Trevor. Where's the fitting room? Or the changing room? fitting, or changing room. Okay, okay, you don't need me to hide this line from you. How much is this dress? Okay, so in a shop, you would say, "Can I see a thing, please? Here we have that bag. Do you have this in a smaller size, a bigger size 12, a different color? Could you tell me where the department is? Maybe the shoes department or whatsoever." "Excuse me, I'm looking for," then you mention the thing you're looking for. "Is there somewhere I can try this on, please? Does it suit me? Do you have a refund policy? Is this on sale? Yeah, is there a special offer?" These are some expressions that you would also use um, while shopping. You would say, "What a bargain," or "What a steal." If you buy something for much less than normal, you can call that a bargain. If you don't remember anything, want me to explain further, harder, tell me. A good deal, similar to a steal and a bargain. However, if you remember, a good deal describes the price, not the object or item. Okay, now you want to say a good deal on. Let me show you two, both a correct and an incorrect example. So when you say, "My car was a good deal," this is wrong because your car is not the good deal. The price of your car is the good deal. So the correct sentence is to say, "I got a good deal on my car." This means the price of your car was a good deal. You agreed on a good price with the seller. Is that clear? How you use a good deal? Okay. You say a good deal on then the object that you bought. $40 off, meaning you will pay $40 less than the normal price. So if the item costs $100, you will only pay $60. Changing room or fitting room, a room in the store in which customers can put on a piece of clothing to see if it fits before they buy it. And in the store's mirror, it will fit. You will look beautiful. You will look like your favorite celeb. And when you go home, you will feel like a clown because they cheat in their mirrors. Do not depend on that mirror, okay? Just take a picture, take a look at yourself, maybe ask your friend, "How does it look on me?" But do not depend on the store's mirror. You'll look so good and then you return home and you feel like you gain weight, lost weight, bought something different. Were you ever in this situation where you bought something and then when you went home, it wasn't the same? Or your mom told you, "What is this you bought?" Happened with me a lot, maybe right after I get back home. And then I bought something and then it was just good right there. It was so beautiful, like it was made for me. And then you go home, "Why can't I even get in it?" Yeah. And then you start crying and start wondering when the store will be open so you can return them. Often, yes. They use special mirrors, guys, that change the way that from the angle from which you're looking, and they use special lighting so you look thinner, taller. Really? Who told you it's the same? So confusing, but they do cheat on their mirrors, and very famous brands do this. Most of the famous brands, actually. Not really the small stores. She it's the same. Always I choose same colors. Same style. Oh, so you don't have to use even the changing room. Okay, when something is overpriced, when the price is more expensive than usual, okay? Overpriced. Maybe it's you're used to buying it with like $40 at $40. Then you buy it this time for $60 to $70, something like that. This is an overpriced item. When someone is ripped off, or to rip someone off, is to make someone pay too much for something. To make someone pay too much for something is to rip them off. Is that clear so far, guys? Do you have any questions? This is a revision, so it's your golden time for questions. If you have a question, you should ask it now. It's clear for Amani. Is it clear for everybody else? Okay. You know, when you say it's clear, I put you in trouble. Okay. Now, why don't you guys tell me things you can find inside the mall? Let's imagine we're at a mall and you're telling me about the things you're seeing there. What can you find inside a mall, guys? Is that German, Sarah? Parking lot? Yeah, I'm about to get to the grammar, don't worry, but I'm just asking about the vocab now. It depends. Both are correct, but it depends on the sentence. I'll tell you how. Hmm, expected that. I love being multilingual and different cultures. Okay, so far you only mentioned that we see a parking lot, or we find a parking lot in the mall. What else can you find in a mall? Tell me. Elevator, escalator, houseware. Yeah, but I mean, we could find this at a department store mostly. Housewares and stuff. You'd find restaurants, of course, food court, one of the most important things. Yeah, food court. Hmm. What else? You would find yeah, a movie theater actually sometimes. It's a big mall. Shops. What shops? Tell me. A map or the store directory. A map or the store directory. Yeah, different departments. But guys, you mainly find these in the department store, okay? I'm talking about the mall. Simply at a mall, you would find a parking lot or a parking garage, food court, chain store. What chain stores do you know? Which is your favorite chain store? You'd find a department store which has all these sections you mentioned. To go up and down between the shops and sections, you would use the elevator or the escalator. Show you a picture of that. Mm, I'm trying to think. H&M, Center Point, Home Center, Mother Care. A lot of chain stores you like. H&M, Center Point, Red Tag, MK. This is like Michael Kors, H&M, Tommy. Those things have really cool names, you know. Nike, Sleek, Mother Care, Zara. So you do have your favorite chain store. I like those things. They have weird names. Tumi, iconic, mango, me mango, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. Here we have H&M as our chain store. And here's the elevator you would use. Here's the escalator, those electric stairs. Which one do you prefer to use and why? Elevator, escalator. The escalator, the escalator. It's easier than waiting for the elevator, you know? And then the elevator is always crowded. Mm-hmm. And this thing moves all the time, you know? It's like a taxi that drives people all in 24/7. Okay, I just wanted to show it to you. Now, this is a blank slide for some reason. Okay, let's have it. Let's leave it on here for a while. Okay, now this blank slide you guys will fill with your answers. So, let me ask you a question. Let's imagine you went to a movie theater, a cinema, in this mall you've been to, okay? You've been to a movie theater and you want to discuss that movie you saw, okay? And I ask you, what did you think about the movie? What expressions or words could you say or use to express your opinion on a movie? I'm talking about the escalator and the elevator. Escalator is the best. Both have risk. You should pay attention. What do you mean? The elevator and the escalator? Yeah, but what are you gonna do? Boring. Straight. Right away. Boring. Okay. So what else? A thriller is a movie type. Was interesting. One of the best movies I've ever seen. Good. What else? Awful. Not bad. Good. This is like a mild opinion. Yeah, but not slowly moving. It was slow moving. Mind blowing. Creative. Okay. So when someone asks you, what did you think about the movie? Or the movie, you say, I enjoyed it. It was great. It was really good. Or you like the movie, okay? It was one of the best films I've seen for ages. If you don't really like it, you would say, no, it wasn't bad. I thought it was rubbish. This is the worst thing that you could say, maybe. It was too slow moving, so I got bored. A lot of unimportant details. It was very fast moving, so I couldn't catch up with everything. The acting was excellent, good, poor, terrible. Yeah, poor actors. Exactly. Maybe this is a low budget movie, huh? Okay. Now, let's see if you remember the movie's expressions. So, what would you call the music that accompanies a movie? What would you call that? Tell me. You really don't remember? The music that accompanies a movie. Yeah, the soundtrack, like one word exactly. The soundtrack, awesome. Wake up, little. Okay, to try out for a role in a play. What are you doing then? To go try out, exactly. To try a part or a role is called auditioning. This is the audition. Audition. Awesome. The C stage. What do you call the C stage? The area that you can see. What do you call that? What do you call that? The acting area. What about the area that the audience cannot see? Backstage. Lovely. When the director is selecting the actor who will play each role in a show, this is called casting. The main events in a film or book. The plot. Good. Something good you can say about the movie as well. They would say it has a really good plot or a twisted plot. Okay. What about the time at which a play, movie, or concert is scheduled to begin? Yeah, the show time. The thing that you check. Okay. To know which time your movie starts. Let me ask you, what is the latest movie you saw at the cinema or even at home? Latest movie you watched? Tell me, I'm curious to know. Yeah, okay. What about, till you think of that, a place at a theater, cinema, etc., where tickets are bought or reserved? Yes, Mr. Amr, this is called the box office. Yeah, I saw your text, don't worry. No need to have all caps. Box office, awesome. So tell me about the latest movie. Think about the latest movie that you saw and if you would recommend it to me. I would love that. Now here are the expressions that we used for this part. Oh my god, that is really ancient. Really? Oh my god. I don't even know if I was born then. Terminal. Captain must. No, try right after that. Yeah. X-Men. Sully? As always, when I ask people about movies, I don't know half of them. Spread it away. Lamaxa? Is this the Arabic word? Oh, by Tom Hanks. I'm reading it like a person that's a foreigner and does not know Arabic, but I really don't know because in English we don't have that KH sound, you know? That KH sound means it's a foreign word, right? Cast away, not spread it away. Yeah, now they're going to have a fight correcting movie names for each other, and I don't have nothing to do with that fight because I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't see movies that frequently, okay? Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought, Nora. Okay. Although a weird movie to watch. Okay. So, the movies is another word for the cinema. The showtime, the time at which a play, movie, or concert is scheduled to begin. The box office, a place at a theater, cinema, etc., where tickets are bought or reserved. Now, I was going to make you tell me this, but since you saw the answer already, to see a movie is to see a movie at the cinema, maybe for the first time. And to watch a movie, just watch it on home, at home on a TV screen. The soundtrack is the music that accompanies a movie. If you don't remember a thing, want me to repeat the pronunciation of anything, this is what I'm here for. Japanese animation. I'm not really into animation. I'm not really into Japanese animation. So, believable, convincing to the audience. Audition, try out for a role in a play. Acting area, the C stage. But the backstage is the area that the audience cannot see. Cast the actors in a play. Casting, selecting the actor who will play each role in a show. Plot the main events in a film or book. Scene, performance with beginning, middle, and end section of the play that occurs at one place, one time. Just one scene. Playwright, a person who plans and writes plays. Plays only, playwright. Actor, performer, or player. A low-budget movie, a movie made with a small amount of money. To catch the latest movie, to see a movie that has just come out. Is that clear so far? Do you have any questions? Do you want me to repeat anything? Have any problems? Some people are not just talking to me like Iman. Iman, you rarely talk to me. Are you mad at me, Iman? Mr. Muhammad Khalaf, where are you? Noura, where did you go? Noura Abdul Qadir. Rawda Radwa. Hi, guys. Okay. Okay. Talk to me here, please. Now, what types of movies do you guys know? What types of movies do you know? You know a few. What about you? Ooh, you know a lot. Comedy, thriller, horror, historical, romantic, action, animation, drama, western, family. I love creativity. War movie, science fiction. Lovely job. Let me tell you about the movie types I know. Adventure, lovely too, love it. I know a thriller, historical movies, a comedy movie, a comedy. Yeah, of course, Ali, and a documentary too. A documentary. Romantic movie, romantic. A horror movie, horror. Animation, animation. Dramas, dramas. A war film, a war film. Western, western. Science fiction movies, science fiction movies. And you already added beautiful stuff in here. Lovely job, lovely job. So this is the portion of vocab for today. This is all the vocab we will be revising for this session. And you have another one that has the other half next time. So do you have any questions on vocab before we dig into grammar? Is everything clear for you so far? If you feel shy to ask a question, you can ask me in private. I don't have a problem. But you say this is clear, and I believe you. Okay, then let's wake up a little bit because this is the part when grammar comes. Okay, beautiful. So, if you guys remember at first, we started talking about adjectives. Okay, and let me give you some sentences that contain adjectives. I have a red dress. Ahmed is a smart man. The earth is round, not flat. She is short. Ahmed is active and overjoyed person. I like modern furniture. The soup is salty. I like wearing silky clothes. He's a fast runner. The water is cold. All the orange words you saw are adjectives, guys. Okay, what is an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Okay, exactly, Alia. Could describe color, shape, size, taste, touch, age. Give you further information about the thing. If I say I got a dress, you say Hiba, what color did you get your dress in? Or describe it. I give you or which dress? How is it like? I give you more information, more details about my dress by saying it's a red dress, it's a long dress, it's a tight dress. Yeah? An adjective could describe a noun or a pronoun. Okay? And you could end the sentence with your adjective or it could come before a noun. Could you give me some examples using some adjectives? Just random examples. Sorry. Why don't you give me some? Give me some examples, random examples, using some adjectives. He is a clever student. Lovely. Clever is a beautiful adjective. One is so smart. Lovely. Keep going. I bought a black dress. I like to eat red apples. I prefer green for some reason. It is a beautiful flower. Bilal is generous to me. I have 2 children. Yeah, numerical adjective. Beautiful job, Noor. God bless your children. I have a big house. I am hungry. Yeah, this is like where you enter your I'm hungry. Okay. I would say I'm weird now, but yeah, lovely job. So you know how to use an adjective. Hala is attractive. She wears a blue dress. You guys use like really practical adjectives and really practical examples and sentences, things that I would hear on TV or, use every day. Very, very wonderful, creative job. So, do you have any question on adjectives before we move on to the next part? Do you? I'm just wondering, do you? Bo? No. Okay. So, comparison was our next topic. Okay, we talked about comparing between two things, more than two things, and let's check what we said. Let's check some examples. No, very is an adverb. An adverb describes another adverb, an adjective, or a verb. All right. So, it's so noisy here. Can we go somewhere quieter? Oh, this is a comparative, right? The situation is so bad. Couldn't be worse. Like worse than that. Don't go by train. It's more expensive. Smartphones are better than laptops. How do you feel now? Much better, thanks. Can you talk a bit faster? The earlier, the better. So, do you guys remember how we form a comparative? How do you form a comparative? How do you form a comparative? Yeah, tell me. If we have a one-syllable word, we add er. Yeah, adjective, that's from one syllable, plus the er, plus then. If you have an adjective that's two syllables, like it ends in y, like easy or happy or crazy, you would transform that y to an I and add your er. Okay. And if you have an adjective that's two or more syllables, you would use more plus your adjective without any change, and then. Beautiful job. Remember that there are some words more adjective than, yeah, great. Remember that there are some words that you could use to strengthen or clarify better your comparative, like a bit, a little, much. Yeah, awesome job. There were some irregular comparative forms. Do you remember these? What is the comparative form from good? Better. Far. Farther or further. Bad. Worse. Beautiful. Yeah, sure, Russia. What's your question? Absolutely, Amani. Farther or further. And remember that further has another meaning, the one with you. Further could mean additional. Can you provide me with further information? Additional, deeper, detailed, exactly. In one quiz, there was a question. We have meat, then chicken. Yeah. Of course, you would say more. More is the thing you use in comparison. You never say much than. You say more than. There's nothing called much than. Really? No, I don't think so. I will check that for you, Risha. I'll check what was wrong. Maybe it's just a mistake or a typo or so. No problem, sweet. But you're right. Okay. So, do you guys have any question? Yeah, no, Miss Summer's complimenting Edmodo. Do you have any questions on comparison, comparative forms before we leave that? I'm about to get a little deeper. Correct. While worse is wrong. Really? So this is kind of disaster. Okay, we'll check that. Now remember that you could use these forms while making a comparison, not as plus the adjective plus as. For example, she is not as tall as me. Maybe I'm taller than her or she is taller than me. You would say less than, okay? I spend less money than you. Less than your word, if you're comparing a word or a short adjective. You can say he's less anything, not really a short adjective, any adjective. He's less smart than him. You can say, of course, the positive one from not as is as, the adjective as. I'm sorry, I'm late. I will be there as fast as I could. Now you could replace that first as only with a so. So, not so. Today is Not so cold as yesterday, same meaning as not as cold as yesterday. Okay? Is that clear so far? Do you have any questions? This is what I'm here for. I love it when you ask me questions, by the way. This does not bother me at all. Okay, you insist on bothering me, so then it's clear. I want some questions, guys, please. Okay, lovely. Now, if you want to compare, two things and you want to use a noun, you would use the same as if they are equal. Sarah's phone is the same as mine. We have the same phone. Ahmed gets the same salary as Muna. So you could use a word after the same or not, up to you. Okay. You could handle your hold your comparison using words like or expressions like twice as, 3 times as. The petrol is twice as expensive as before, meaning maybe today it's 10 pounds, yesterday it was 5 pounds. So this means it's twice as expensive, the double, or 3 times or 4 times as, yeah? I hope this is clear so far. Do you have a problem with anything? I would assume it's a no, so just okay, Alia. If I tell you today the petrol costs 5 pounds, and then I come tomorrow and tell you today it costs 10 pounds. So you say, wow, that is so expensive. Today the petrol is twice as expensive as before. You have your adjective here, expensive. It's not as expensive as yesterday. It's twice as expensive. Yeah, the price is doubled. If it's 15 pounds, you say it's 3 times as expensive. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, then we hopped onto superlatives. If you wanted to compare one thing to everything on the planet, or just to, yeah, not just two things between each other. Yeah, of course, Ali. Okay, so actually in slang language, there are more, you would find like the numbers would exceed not just only 2 and 3. You would find that they add a lot of terms in there, but that's slang, not what we're talking about. So, who is the tallest student in the class? This is the best movie I have ever watched. That is the biggest box here. Today was the happiest day of my life. Today's lesson was the worst. The most expensive car costs $13,000. The second question was the least difficult question in the test. So in the first example, you would notice that I'm comparing one student to a group of people, the whole class. In the class, so this is a use for superlatives to compare one person or one thing to an organization or a class, a group of people, so on. Yeah. To use it with the word I've ever, maybe this is the best movie I've ever watched, like you'd say in my life, or for ages. Remember the expression, this is the best movie I've seen for ages, in my life, for a long time. Okay. Time-wise, yeah. That is the biggest box here. Now, I want you to notice things, okay? I want you to tell me, first, how do you form a superlative? Can you tell me the form, please? If you want to compare one thing to more than one thing, what would you use and how would you use it? Tell me. The adjective plus est, awesome. Or the most plus the adjective. I love it how you didn't forget the. People keep forgetting the first the all the time. So thank you for remembering this. No one ever here forgot it. Beautiful job. I love this group. So yes. Now, do you notice that in some example, like the third example, I said the biggest. Why do I have two G's in here? Yeah, with one adjectives. Okay. Why did I say the biggest and I doubled the G? Why, huh? Oh, why? Tell me. Yeah, a consonant, vowel, consonant rule. Yeah. So when you find a consonant, then a vowel, then a consonant, it's a three-letter word. You double the last letter. So big, biggest. Okay. What about the word new? The adjective new. N-E-W. It's an exception, exactly. The comparative form was newer, and the superlative was newest. Just adding ER and ESD. There was another exception. Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Fun. Yeah, and it was funnier. And the superlative was the most fun. Lovely job. You want to compare two things, yeah, regarding fun, you say funnier, or if you want to compare one thing to all the things, you say the most fun. This is the most fun game I have ever played. This game is funnier than the other. Okay. Notice that you use the superlative with words like of my life, in the class, ever. Okay. Notice that you can use the least as the opposite of the most. Okay. So yeah, check the last example. Today's question was the least difficult. This means the most easy, right? But there's nothing called the most easy. We mean the easiest here. So the easiest equals the least difficult. But difficult is a long adjective, all right? Difficult, 3 syllables. And you want to say that it's not difficult. So you said it's the least difficult. This means it's the easiest. Do you get that? It's the same meaning. Do you get that? Is it clear? Lovely job. Okay. Then we hopped onto the competition of quantity. Okay. Let's check those examples. Maybe they remind you of things. Iman has more children than Selma. Selma has fewer children than Iman. So this is the same meaning. Iman has more children. Maybe Iman has 3 children while Selma has 1 child. So Iman has more children than Selma. Same meaning as Selma has fewer children than Iman. She has the small number. So you use more than your word that you're comparing its quantity, than the other person in the comparison. More, fewer, and less, depending. I'll ask you something in a bit, so focus. Iman has more money than Selma. Selma has less money than Iman. Okay, why didn't I say fewer money, like when I said fewer children? Do you have an answer to that? Why didn't we say Selma has fewer money? Russia says because money's not countable. Yeah, and I say you're right, Russia. Yeah, no, exactly, Marwa. Yes, everybody. You cannot count money. So with uncountable nouns, yeah, when this is the bigger part in the comparison, you use more, same as uncountable nouns. But if you want to say that this is the small portion, the small part, the smaller person in the comparison, or the smaller thing, the loser in the competition, okay? You use fewer for countable nouns and less for uncountable nouns. Yeah, so you can say Selma has less money than Iman, or if you want to use fewer, you have to say Selma has fewer pounds than Iman. So use something that is countable. What if they both have the same thing? We have as many customers as them. So we have maybe 500 customers and they also have 500 customers. Same numbers, same quantity. Tom has as few books as Jane. They both have only maybe 2 books, 3 books. Small number. John eats as much food as Peter. Food is uncountable. They eat the same quantity, so I used as much. They both eat maybe a lot of food and they're both equal. So John eats as much food as Peter. Jim has as little food as Sam. They both have a bite or two. Again, food is uncountable, so I used much and little. Okay? More, many for countable, much and little. Much. The difference between more and many. More is for comparison. Many, you have to say as many. I could say I have as many books as Alia. Yeah? But if I say more, I have to use I have more books than Alia. If I say many, this means both of us, as many as, both of us have many books. You have 10 books and I have 10 books too. You have 100 books and I have 100 books too. We both have many books, a lot of books. But if I say I have more books, meaning I have 150 while you only have 100. Clear, Alia? Okay. Much and many. You use much for uncountable nouns. You use much for uncountable nouns and many for countable nouns. Yeah, I can say I have much food, but I have many flowers. This is the only difference. Both of them mean a lot, but much for uncountable, many for countable. And you can play sneaky games by replacing them. Like I told you, replacing the money with the dollars and stuff, like Marwa said. All right. Hope this gets things clear. Then we hopped onto one of my favorite topics was adverbs. Okay. He quickly made a decision. The children are playing outside. I will meet you next week. I often visit my friends. She entirely agrees with him. He swims well. So an adverb answers a few questions. Do you remember the questions that adverbs answer? Yes, no, maybe. Do you remember at all? How, the most significant question. How, to what degree, how often, or how much, when, where. Lovely job. Adverbs are very useful. They answer a lot of questions. Okay, so adverb could answer questions on the place, the time, like place like outside, time next week, yes, to what extent, about frequency, like often, to what degree, entirely, how, well, and quickly. Very useful. And adverbs describe a verb, another adverb, or, Do you remember? What do adverbs describe? They could describe another adjective. I can say he's extremely intelligent. Also, so let's hold a small comparison between adjectives and adverbs. An adjective is a word that describes or identifies something. A noun or pronoun. I have a red dress. The same example that's chasing me. Red is an adjective because it describes the dress. Meanwhile, adverbs, words that modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. She sang beautifully, meaning she sang in a beautiful way, right? Describing the way she sang, describing her singing, the verb sang. The whole situation, yeah. Absolutely. Adjectives answer the following questions. Which, yeah, kinda, Rachel. Yes, I was picking this up. Which, what kind, how many, yeah, and I'll get to the rest in a second. Don't rush me through this. So, which boy was eating an apple? The young boy was eating an apple, or is eating an apple. What kind of car broke down? My old car broke down. How many students passed the midterm exam? 15. Adverbs, on the other hand, answer the following questions. How? The turtle walks slowly. How does the turtle walk? When did he come? He came late. Late is an adverb. Where did she go? She went upstairs. An adverb that tells me about her place. How many times or how often depends on your pronunciation. He goes to school daily. How often does he go to school? How much or to what degree? Are you sure about this? I'm pretty sure about this. I'm quite sure about this. I'm extremely sure about this. Yeah? Is everything clear so far? Do you have any questions? I'm about to get to the part that confuses some people. Okay, so notice these two examples, guys. The cat smells clean. The cat smells clean. And the dog smells carefully. I'll make it easier in a bit. Now, if I say the cat smells clean, why did I say clean, not cleanly? This should be an adverb. No, it shouldn't, because here clean describes the cat itself. The cat has a bath, which resulted in a clean smell. Clean is an adjective. Does it have any logic, make any sense to say the cat smells cleanly? Can anyone smell in a clean way? No, I don't think you can smell in a clean way or in a nasty way. So, the cat smells clean. Its smell is clean. It sounds clean to me. When I smelled it, it was clean. This is its meaning. The soup tastes delicious. There's nothing called the soup tastes deliciously. The soup does not have a tongue using which it tastes things, right? I'm the person that tastes the soup and tell you its taste is delicious. Yeah? The flowers smell beautiful. Or maybe not beautiful. The flowers smell wonderful. When I say wonderfully, the flower does not have one nose that it uses to smell, right? No, the flower smell is wonderful, is beautiful, it's good. Yeah? Kinda clear? Check the next example. The dog smells carefully. Now the dog is looking for something, inspecting something. Here it carefully describes how it smells. Yeah? Why didn't I say the dog smells careful then? There's nothing called the dog smells careful. Can you smell someone and say, oh, he smells careful? There's nothing called that. I said the dog smells carefully because the dog is looking for something, inspecting for something. The way the dog smells. I didn't smell the dog and it was careful. No, the dog smells in a careful way. If it answers your question like, or it could be replaced by in a, then your adverb, or make it an adjective way, in a good way, in a careful way, in a clean way, whatever. If the sentence still fits together, then this is an adverb. If it does not, sorry, this is an adjective. Use an adjective. I had an example last session when I converted it, and I said my dress. I have a nice dress. Yes, this is an adjective. My dress looks nicely. Not everything could be replaced, Trisha. This is why in the language you have adverbs and adjectives, because sometimes you need to use these, sometimes you need to use these. Not everything is replaceable. You also say, my dress looks nice, because your dress looks nice, does not look in a nice way. Your dress does not have eyes. I have a nice dress and my dress looks nice. Still an adjective. Okay? You can say my dress is very nice, and here your adverb is very, or the whole thing. Yeah? But you cannot alternate everything. Don't have the idea in your mind that I can rewrite every sentence on the planet. This is why you study this and you study this. Why you need this and you need this. Yeah, maybe you can say, like Nora suggests, my dress was made nicely. But here you're talking about the manufacture of the dress itself. Okay, someone asked me a question, I think it was Alia, right, on whether or when I should use I am going to travel and I'm traveling, right? Alia, are you here? Alia? My dress is very nice. Very is adverb. Yes, very is an adverb, while nice is the adjective. Alia, you asked me a question, am going to and traveling, right? I think your question was, yeah, is it correct to say I'm going to travel to, anyway, Hawaii maybe? Or I'm traveling to Hawaii. It depends. Both are correct. Okay, these are two methods in the future to express the future. Now, if you say I'm going to travel to Hawaii, yes, this means I'm going to travel. Focus. I'm going to travel means you have a plan. You know when you're traveling, you planned for it, you know what you're doing, with whom you're going. Yeah, you know everything you're going to do. But if you say I'm traveling, you have arranged everything. Yes, you booked the ticket. Maybe you know which date you're traveling on, which day. If you know the day, I would sum it by saying, if you know the day you're doing the thing, use the present continuous. I'm traveling. Okay? If I tell you I have the ticket, this absolutely, I don't have to tell you the day, but having the ticket, having booked the ticket means that you already know the date. It's typed on the ticket. But if you just plan for the thing without knowing which day you're going there, so not the full arrangements, you use am going to travel. So it depends on your sentence. Clear, Alia? Is that clear? I travel at 5 o'clock. No, you don't really use the present simple unless the subject of the sentence is the transportation mean itself. Maybe the train leaves at 5 o'clock. You better say I'm traveling Yeah, it's a schedule. But the subject of the sentence has to be the transportation mean itself, not you. You say, I'm traveling at 5 o'clock because maybe you will miss the train, you will miss your flight. So say, I'm traveling at 5 o'clock tonight, maybe. Okay? Or tomorrow, yeah. All right. Do you guys have any other questions? Any other questions on grammar? Everything's clear? Any questions on that portion or anything in your mind? You still have another session. Well, you'll review the rest of this and the rest of your sessions. Okay, then I have to thank you so much for coming and for bearing with me. Study hard. Your exam is going to be a good one in a good way. And I'll talk to you then later. Till then, have a great night. Thank you, everybody. You should check that, Amani. You should check that. Things have changed. I don't really know. Good night, guys. Goodbye.